A spiritual practice is a healing journey that looks different for everyone, and you don't need anything fancy. We're Karlie and Karla, and this is Without a Candle, a raw, authentic chat bridging the gap between what it actually is and what media sells you. Let's normalize the journey together.
So, welcome back, Gary. I think this is your second official go, because we had to re-record the other one.
That's absolutely right. So it's really 3 recordings, but 2 that actually went through.
Yeah.
Right.
So, one, thank you again for coming down, being our tech guru, to make sure that everything goes smoothly through our next couple days. But when was the last time you were here? When was that?
Wow. And it wasn't that long, 4 months ago?
I think it was
It was
the
about
beginning of
4
March.
months.
Yeah.
I got zero concept of time.
No,
but
seriously, same. Because I was sitting here earlier, like, when were they down here? How many episodes was that? I don't know.
Yeah, it was the first segment before your whole, I guess, new season. So
you know what? I guess it was before the holidays because it was the kickoff. Yule was the kickoff. So I guess it was before the new year.
I think it was back then.
Yeah.
And man, did time go quick.
Yeah, it's really did. It's been over 6 months.
Man.
So you've had so much growth with Eye Opener Society as well as personal. You've had some things behind the scenes that you've been working on. And I want you to share all of the things. So let's start with where you were at when you were here first. I think after you left, you had applied for some classes. Yeah?
Yeah, the Metaphysical Institute there. It was something I just wanted to do because, and I know we spoke about it, and it's not against anybody who goes out and gets certifications, but I've always had this thing with certifications. And no matter what, whenever I talk about anything like this, I always relate it to auto mechanics.
Yeah.
You could be the best mechanic. You can strip a car down, build it up, diagnose it, fix it over and over again. Does that mean you need a certification?
To prove that
you know how to do it. But if you're going to go working in a shop or doing something, they want that certification.
Yeah.
It kind of diminishes a person's natural abilities. That's just opinion.
Yeah.
But I always wanted to have something myself.
Yeah. Well, and then it also, I feel like the push and need for certifications and there's little to no regulation around how people can obtain those also kind of makes the process a gray area because you can take all of the coursework, you can do all of the things, but is the source of where that information coming from reputable, for one? Two, with a piece of paper and a signature, how can you really prove and show that you are knowledgeable and all that without the actual practice and you doing the things right? So we definitely can see it both ways, right? It's good for one aspect, but on the other hand, if you are one of those people that abuse the system and just collect them to collect it, so I totally get it.
Right. But I got the Bachelor of Science equivalent for the Metaphysical Institute. And I did take something away from it.
Okay.
Still, regardless of, the certification, if we just leave that out, the educational side, because I'm a big supporter of education, you can never know enough.
Yeah.
You're always learning, whether you're learning from an established institute or you're just learning from one another. This is how we get by. This is where our wisdom all comes from.
Yeah.
So it's one more thing I could just apply. It's another thing I could go back to and look at and say, hey, I did achieve this and I actually did learn something from it. So that was one thing that I got done. And I just got the certificate and it's official. And so now it's up all over the place, even though I talk about, it's not important. I put it up all over the place. I got it in my work office, in my own office. So yeah, it's up there. Thank you.
Yeah. So what does that mean for let's stick to your personal growth. What does that mean for your personal growth and how you show up for your people?
Yeah, so Eye Opener Society, like I said, last time I was here, I had mentioned that we are in the process of becoming a church. And so now we actually are. So that's another
exciting.
Huge piece of growth right there, and I'm very excited because, like I said on the last interview 4 years ago, it was almost a joke because I said, I always want to start a church.
Yeah.
Actually did it now. And so we got the LLC.
Yeah.
We're established. I have, of course, I can't wait for you guys to meet Lizzie, our co-founder, but that's coming soon. But she helped me so much with getting this,
Up and
going with her thoughts, her ideas, and I've always listened to her. I said, "Wow, these is brilliant." We were able to package it and put it into this whole ministry, religious organization. And there's a question with church because we ordained a new minister. And even she, before she came in, she goes, "I'm a little uncomfortable with the word church." I said, "That's fine. It's church, religious organization, ministry, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Church is nothing more than a gathering of people,
Yeah.
and it doesn't have to do with anything religious, as we don't have anything to do with anything religious. But we established. And so Halos Phoenix, I met her recently on TikTok, exactly the same way I met Lizzie. Where I sat there and said, what is everything this girl is saying? I'm resonating with so much, and it's beautiful. I'm feeling such a great energy. I had to come on the show just as a guest, and then Lizzie and I kind of ganged up on her and we're like, "Listen, we really want you part of this, in some way." Yeah. So we ordained her, and it's great to have her. She's brand new. She's going to be putting together stuff. She does sound healing work.
Okay.
So that's her modality, but she has so many other thoughts and ideas. Yeah, she's a blending of my personality and Lizzie's personality together.
The best of both worlds.
It is, totally, and I love that. Yeah. And then I ordained Elaine from Arcane Oracle.
Yes.
And I know you know her.
Elaine,
yeah, Elaine, she's been with me since I started 4 years ago, quietly in the background. And I just said, it only makes sense to ordain her. And since she has the whole collection of tarot and horoscopes, and she's so knowledgeable in it.
The astrology.
Yeah.
Every time you post one of hers.
Yeah,
I love
amazing,
I love it. Yeah.
Yeah. She's great. She's now ordained. That's her modality. So I have a nice little collection of people that we can, all work with, and we're spread out now. And it's kind of like when you look at it, you got me on the East Coast. Elaine is just kind of Central America. And then you got Lizzie more Western, and then you got Halo. She's way out in California. So it's just a string of people that's going straight across.
I love.
And there's a couple
certifications
too for two people here. Karlie and Karl are also ordained by Eye Opener Society.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, you're very welcome. I
do want to note that we are also ordained by the Universal Life Church, right? And we have never. We've had them in frames, but we've never displayed those. And when you gifted us ordained us through your church, we both agreed that those were the ones that we are like, this is what we're ordained through. So we have them up. We haven't put them up yet. We're waiting for the other certificates so we can meticulously place everything. Right. But we do have them up. They are on display back here. And we were super grateful that we were thought of for that honor. So thank you.
Very welcome. And I can't think of two better people, honestly, for that. So you're very, very welcome. But yeah, we're moving on. And the excitement builds still. Every day, every time Lizzie and I sit down, we conversate. It's like, when we get on this new vision that we have, it's like, we need to do this. We need to start that. And it built up. And Lizzie, it's difficult sometimes. She's a mother too. She has everything that goes on at home. And I sometimes forget that because we don't live close by. I don't see that side of things.
Yeah.
So we backed off, and I started doing a lot more old school kind of stuff. Taking away a lot of the social media because a lot of it is dead. It's negative energy. It's bad. So I started printing out flyers, which, by the way, is the most expensive thing. I couldn't. I thought printing myself ink alone, what it costs for that. But regardless,
we have some loops with that off air. We'll talk.
All right, good deal. So I printed out some flyers, and I just started going around like the old days, going to grocery stores and all, wherever there's public bulletin boards, and sticking this stuff up. And I said, this is great because it puts me more in touch with the community. So now somebody's calling me. I actually seen this posted up in the nearby grocery store. Yeah. It means something more to say, I see it on Facebook, This means more. So we're taking more of a grassroots kind of approach to this. Yeah.
So talking about the church, is it non-denominational? How can people resonate with the church and join the organization? if they follow different paths. Like, is that something that you guys encourage? Like, is it just a spiritual aspect for that connection to, you know, the one connection that I believe that our souls are supposed to have, you know?
Absolutely, yes. The church, the ministry, whatever you want to call it, us as Eye Opener Society, we are spiritual, metaphysical. That's what we preach about. That's what we talk about. We apply it to the everyday life because we're carrying that around whether we know it or not.
Yeah.
But the church itself, if you want to belong to it, it's completely non-denominational. We don't care what path you're following there because we're not telling you you need to change your religion. You don't need to change the way you think. We just want you to listen to us and see if we resonate with you. And you can just add it to your religion or you could just use it in your everyday life. Because I think that was the biggest thing, especially with Lizzie and myself too, with our backgrounds with religion, so strict, it's so conforming that it was a turnoff.
Yeah.
And as much as I can say I did enjoy going to church back then.
Because of the fellowship aspect.
That's what it was. It was nice. And I love Catholic churches because they're so gothic and the candles and all. There's a beauty to that. There's a great feel. But once you put that stigmata and all the dogmas and you have to do it this way, you can't question this and all. That's what ruined my idea.
Yeah.
So going forward with the church, anybody that wants to join, it doesn't matter what religion you are, we accept you. And what we're teaching you is nothing we don't already go through in everyday life.
And what I love about that aspect is that, you know, as a Norse pagan myself, I see a lot of my beliefs in other, you know, just like anything, just like spirituality, right? But people are going to take it differently. And the same verbiage that you may hear is going to resonate with me differently because of my path than it would be for Karla. She's going to hear the same verbiage and be like, oh, well, this is what I took from it. And then her and I usually compare notes and chat and like all the things, you know. So that's what I appreciate about how you guys are facilitating the sermons and all of that, because you do leave it non-denominational. It's literally just about the oneness and the higher connection to self and source and like all the things, whatever that means to you, you know. And I think that's what people need. I think people need to be able to express themselves and take what is being said without being told this is what you need to think, you know? So I can see this being such a wonderful, wonderful asset for the community on so many levels, because it's not only giving them permission to take that information and be able to see I can have my beliefs and I can practice in my own way and still be part of a community, you know, and even if it's not in-person community, it's still some type of fellowship, you know?
Right.
And maybe one day there's going to be some in-person gatherings. Who knows what'll happen? But for now, being able to just to jump on live and listen, even throughout the day, you know, because you guys do it, how many times a week? 3 times a week? Once a week?
Well, I have our regular podcast episodes, which is every Monday. Okay. But the sermon is every Thursday.
Every Thursday, and that's live.
And it's live. And recorded as well.
And then people can listen to it afterwards.
Yep.
Is there a way that people can interact with those? Like chat and stuff, like while you guys are talking?
Absolutely. And the more we keep playing with it, and trying to figure it out, because there's always some sort of technical issue with it. As of right now, we're broadcasting live Thursday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay. We're broadcasting over Facebook as well as YouTube.
Oh, nice. So
simultaneously, it's being done through my software that I just purchased, and I found out that the last one it did was not recording sound. So things happen.
Yeah.
But if you are on one of those platforms, your text messages we'll see live.
Okay, cool.
There's probably a slight delay, you know, like maybe a 5-second delay or so with them, but we see them and we can interact with you in that way. So we can answer questions live. We could give you the shout outs, you know, if you're on live. So it does. And as I think we have to be more consistent, and, you know, obviously it's going to take a while to build up that audience saying, hey, and again, it's Facebook. Even though people follow me, they don't get notified when I'm live. It's a Facebook thing. YouTube, I'm not sure how that goes, but I don't know if you get notified. You should
Yeah.
get notified. So
The subscribers will get a notification that you're going live, but also if they hit the bell next to the subscription button, it will send them a direct notification every time you go live. So encouraging your followers on YouTube to make sure that they're subscribing and hitting that notification thing so they know, like, and if you schedule on YouTube in advance, like, hey, I'm gonna go live on Thursday, it will send them constant reminders, like, hey, in a day they're gonna, this premiere is coming, like things like that. So, I really appreciate YouTube for that because you could set up like schedule lives. So that's
Right.
pretty cool.
Yeah, it's great, and I know Facebook has it. It's always up, and it's supposed to notify people. It does it.
It doesn't.
Like I said, I don't want to put all the negativity in there, but if you're listening and you want, and if you're on YouTube, like, subscribe, and hit the notification button. This way, you'll know when we're live. But otherwise, Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
I think you can do that on TikTok too. Just a little tidbit.
I am looking at doing TikTok. And again, when it comes to social media, nothing's easy.
Yeah, no.
I do everything from my office, and I use a laptop and all because I have a whole setup there.
Yeah.
If you want to go live on TikTok from a desktop, there's a whole application you got to fill out and get approved prior to you going live.
Yes. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either until I said, oh, I'm just going to add TikTok to the live. It will not allow you to do it until you get approved through this application. I went through the whole process on TikTok to verify my business. Gave them a lot of personal information, EIN numbers, and all this other stuff. And now they still want just to do it live to fill out this. Yeah, just because it's from a desktop. And I don't understand the reasoning behind it. But if I feel like filling that application out, I just might because I still want to get some more listeners. And I know right now TikTok is the in thing, it's the thing now. So, and besides, I met great people on TikTok. I met Lizzie and I met Halos. They became ministers. So yeah, I wouldn't mind doing it once I get over this whole feeling of why you asking me for an application.
Yeah, I get that. So, from here, what other big changes are coming?
I know why you're asking that.
You don't have to share it.
I'll share it.
But what else is in the works?
Yeah, I know I made such a big deal last year, just before January, about my moving, even though I only moved practically across the street, but it was a big change because, as everybody know, I kept, the repetition of it. I'm moving. I'm going to have my own office. I'm going to have my own office. It was great. We moved, and the place, I mean, it's okay, but it's just the neighborhood. Everything's changing. So we come down here, Cynthiana, Kentucky, and my wife and I, we almost become like different people when we come here. So our lease is ending in December.
Yeah.
In December, I want to make a move again, but I don't want to move across the street. I want to move to Cynthiana, Kentucky. And that's what I'm hoping.
Why?
Yeah, I don't know why, but I do. I just get this feeling like I think it's a place where I need to be. And once you get that feeling, and I even teach this in church, you got a feeling, you got to follow that feeling. You can't just dismiss it as, oh, it's just something weird that I want. No, follow your instincts, follow your gut feelings. And right now, this is an actual gut feeling that I have. Okay. So that's what I'm going to be looking into. And, I don't want to count my, chickens before they hatch. So we'll make sure everything's set up financially and all. But if everything works out, hopefully right around December, I will be here, Cynthiana, Kentucky, with some beautiful people, Karlie and Karla from Appalachian Rootworks.
That's exciting. We're so excited for you guys. And I know after you guys left, I feel like it didn't even take a week for me and Karla to be like, hey, we found this rental. Hey, we found this apartment. Hey, there's this job opening. Like, when are you moving?
Yes, and that was actually funny because I'm actually getting the text messages. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, okay, I'm in no position to move right now, as much as I want to do it. So the timing is horrible.
We did we did hold off a little bit. We slowed down on them, but he did give me permission yesterday to kind of replan, or
I gave a time frame when I know I'll be ready.
So letting some landlord people we know, hey, if you got anything opening, you know. So, do you have anything else you want to add? I feel like what you got like the movement and everything, it's going wonderful. It's great to see the evolution and the people coming in and just seeing all of the moving pieces coming together. So it's exciting.
And as you know, with anything, it's the present moment that matters, but we also have to have dreams and visions and everything else. And we have some thoughts on that too as well. If I'm here in Kentucky, Cynthiana, Kentucky, I wouldn't mind a physical building myself.
Yeah.
I think it will make things fit together beautifully.
Yeah.
I've been joking sort of with Lizzie to get her to move on too.
That crossed my mind as well.
Yeah, and I know, and I'm not speaking for her, but I know just from her speaking, I know her well enough now where I can answer for her. She's been saying for a long time she wanted to uproot and move again, and I would love that.
Yeah. I
would love that presence because I'm in love with that girl. She's so much a part of me now. It would be great to have the ministry, the founding ministry together. It would be wonderful. So having an actual physical storefront would be amazing. Yeah. That's one vision I would like to have. And we keep throwing new ideas out. We're going to start a monthly newsletter. We're going to put that together. And even though it means nothing to anybody behind the scenes, because we're required by law to have monthly meetings. So we're having the monthly meetings, but we're going to do something different with that. We're going to start recording them and putting those recordings out as part of the show. Yeah. So people got an idea of what we're talking about.
Transparency is so key.
Yeah. It is. And what I love about it too, because Lizzie and I just started, I just put one episode out. Usually after our podcast or even after the sermons, her and I sit and we'll talk for an hour and just shoot the breeze and all. And we started recording those.
Yeah, because they're probably podcasts too.
They are. And and I'm sitting there, I'm like, there's something about this because it's so much easier to talk like it as you're just talking rather than having a scripted show or the worries about doing a show. And I'm listening, I say, these are really good.
Yeah.
And it's good. And I don't want to sound like in a weirdo kind of way, like a voyeuristic kind of way, but it's interesting for people to hear things that they probably didn't normally get to hear.
Yeah.
We don't edit anything. Yeah. We talk about stuff, and the only ones if we say, oh, that's real personal, we're just not going to put that one out.
Yeah.
So we're starting to do that, and I think Thursday mornings we're going to have those. This way, then we'll have the sermon, and then we'll record the after thing for the following week. These are things we got going. And I would like to ask two people, a Karlie and a Karla, if they are interested in doing a show where they actually get to meet Lizzie too for the first time. Yeah, if they would be interested. Great.
Yeah. Just, shoot us some day. I think the easiest thing is you just tell us what your availability is.
Okay.
Because with all the moving parts, it's hard to narrow down like when we're actually free.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's just like us.
Yeah. So you just let us know.
Thursday are typically easier.
Yeah.
Well, Thursday would be fine because Lizzie's got the Thursdays free for the sermon, and I think she has a longer window with that. So
cool. Well, thank you so much for giving us an update and joining us again. It's always a pleasure to chat with you, especially when we don't have so many people around. Like, we actually get a moment to talk about all of the things.
Welcome.
Yeah. Thanks. All right. Well, until next time, y'all. Thank you.
Bye.
You got it.
Thanks for tuning in to Without a Candle. If this episode landed with you in any way, drop us a like and leave a comment. And then visit the show notes for the connection links and more. And remember, you are your greatest tool. We'll catch you next time. See ya.